Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
What's on Tap podcast, coming to you live. And what I like to call the Stefan's worst beer flavor episode.
Yeah, so I did a mean thing because we've been talking so much on this podcast, basically every episode, that the way you hate guava in beer.
I do not like guava in beer.
So I got Brew York's Viva La Guava-lution.
Yep.
A guava pastry sour. It even says on the back, it has like 1 out of 5 hops, 2 out of 5 malts, and 5 out of 5 guava.
It's the most guava beer ever.
It says 5 out of 5 guava rating, 150 grams per liter.
Oof, that's a lot of guava.
It's gonna be, but the packaging is really cool. It has like Che Guevara holding a guava, so it's Che Guava, Guavara.
Guavara.
Brew York is from England. They're from York. I don't know the town, but it doesn't matter.
Is York a region, or I thought it was a town?
I think it's a region.
Walmgate, York.
Walmgate, York.
Yep. So they give it a little. I can't remember what the spiderweb chart kind of thing where it points out. So it's fruit, mouthfeel, high in fruit. Second is mouthfeel, and third is malt.
Yeah, and then
very low hops, medium sweet, and low on bitter.
And the guava rating 5 out of 5 is separate from this.
Yes, it's its own
rating chart.
Yeah. And then we have 6.5% ABV on this one. So then we have our own little internal joke about banana beer. And I am not a firm believer that banana belongs in beers, and usually pastry styles is where you most often see it.
But me and some other beer friends have dug through Stefan's beer history and found
one banana beer that I loved.
One banana beer that he gave an extraordinary rating, either 4.75 or even a 5.
I think it was 4.75.
I think so too.
4.5 or 4.75, something like that.
Definitely 4.75.
Yeah. And it was a Bananiversary, I think is what it was called.
I think other half. So a real rare banger. Yeah.
So when you take like an extremely like high reviewed beer that gets very high ratings and stuff, but I've also had the Dugas Banana Skids beer, the banana toffee chocolate something or another.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was okay. I didn't hate that one either.
It's very separate from a banana stout.
True. And so I thought it would be fun to have another banana beer on here, and this is also kind of a weird adjuncty. It's part of the Virtual Reality series, and this one is with
from
Amundsen. Yeah, Amundsen did this with a bunch of different. I think there were 6 beers. Each one has a different co-brewer.
Cool.
And this one was with Finback. And it's the Sticky Maple and Banana French Toast. So I thought that would be fun.
That'll be fun.
Team up these two beer adjunct things that I am not... That is diabetes.
So we've already smelled the virtual reality, and it smells only like maple and nothing else.
It smells like diabetes.
We'll get back to that one.
Yep. So let's start a guava-lution.
Let's start a guava-lution.
A guava pastry sour.
Let's make all beers guava forever.
Oh, it is really sour on the nose.
Yeah.
Really tart.
But it's like this standard tartness. It's not in a specific fruit direction.
I don't know. I would say guava.
Yeah, okay. Let's try it. Cheers.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So when you usually review guava, you say that it's hot trash.
Yeah.
Are you getting the hot trash?
I will say the upfront taste was like, that's actually kind of nice and tart and sour. But then the aftertaste is like, it's like stale. I'm trying to think of another description, like, how to describe it. It's like there's a weird coating in my mouth I do not particularly enjoy. It's like plasticine kind of coating in the mouth with or like a powdery kind of coating in the mouth, and then there's this.
I think that has more to do with the beer than the actual guava.
Yeah. I'm not saying that the guava is the failing here. I think the initial bright, fruity, sour up front is really pleasant.
Yeah.
It's the aftertaste. It just is kind of like, ugh, this is not good.
For me, the aftertaste is just meh, completely. What? Where is it?
It's very cereal-y for me in the end.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
No.
In a sour beer, particularly.
But the actual flavor, I'm getting more citrus and maybe even green ripe apples than guava.
I'm getting much more lemon off of this.
I'm disappointed in the 5 out of 5 guava rating.
I know. Because we should have had some guava to eat beside it to give it a comparison.
Should.
Like, this is what guava tastes like, and then, oh yeah, this is really nailing the guava here. But
so my mean prank on you has backfired because this is not really a guava beer. It's a mediocre sour beer.
Yeah. It's just kind of a muddled. It's not bad. It's not. The aftertaste though, I really hate. And I wish I knew exactly what it was that I didn't like, so I could be like, I don't need to have more of that.
Exactly.
And it could be the maltodextrin in here.
That might lead to this dry, chemical flavor.
Yeah, it's like chemically, I think, is what I'm getting in the aftertaste, and I really find it very off-putting. But the initial upfront, zesty, lemony fruitiness, I think, is really quite pleasant and quite enjoyable. Yeah. But the aftertaste is just, I feel like my mouth is so dry right now. it's like literally the there's no saliva in my mouth. It's so weird.
I get it. I'm not getting that same aftertaste. For me, it goes from pleasant, citrusy, sour to boring aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately it's quite forgettable. Apart from its packaging, which is fun.
Yeah. Well, this has not changed my mind on guava beers.
No.
I am going to give it a 2.75.
Ooh.
Simply because the aftertaste was so off-putting and the weird chemical drying of my mouth, which I do not appreciate.
For me, I don't know, 3.5.
Yeah.
Maybe a weak 3.5. It's so inoffensive, really. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. It didn't smell bad on the front end. It smells really good.
Yeah. I don't think
almost kind of passion fruity.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it will start the Guava-lution, unfortunately.
I do not think this will start the Guava-lution. I will not long live the Guava-lution. Okay.
Are you allowed to just have Che Guevara on any product?
Apparently, based on like how freely you see his image printed on things, yeah. I don't think he has any family or people that are protecting his image.
No, he was shot in a jungle in Bolivia, right?
Yeah. But I don't know what his I don't know if anyone holds his estate. You know, they're like in perpetuity, so that they, keep a handle on his image and stuff. I think that's kind of against who he was as a person. Yeah, would not appreciate the licensing of his image for things.
But now he has become a symbol of true capitalism, where he's being sold again and again and again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In true capitalist fashion.
For sure. I mean, but he's for the people, so it is for use. So I guess that's the trade-off you get.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Anyway, let's actually
try some.
Let's go to the beer you brought.
You trying the sticky maple and banana French toast?
But it has strawberries on the front.
It's got a lot of things. It's got donuts and pies and mints and cupcakes and.
It doesn't have any. But could it be that it's the same label for all of the virtual reality beers?
It could be, and it's just different colors.
Yeah.
Because I tried the blueberry coconut IPA, and I couldn't tell you what the. I just remember it was a bluish packaging, but I don't remember exactly what the label looked like.
Because it has all manner of sweets and stuff, but it doesn't have any banana. It doesn't have any toast. It doesn't. Yeah, it's probably the. We'll check out. We'll check it out later. So it smells the.
It smells sweet.
Smells sweet
sugary,
and
mapley.
super mapley, but it's the... I'm hoping it tastes better because it's the wrong kind of maple for me. It's this burnt, chemically artificial maple.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I'm hoping that... so this has banana, coffee, cinnamon, vanilla. That's really weird. Okay. I'm going to start with the ingredients. It's water, malted barley, banana, coffee, hops, yeast, cinnamon, vanilla, aroma.
Just aroma.
Just aroma. I don't know what that means. And this comes in at, a 12% ABV. So there should be coffee, banana, and cinnamon. So it should be something. I don't know.
The labels are all the same except for the colors,
okay.
Which would explain why there are strawberries on the cover.
All right. Well, let's
try it. Cheers.
All right, boozy.
It's boozy. I'm getting way more French toast in the flavor.
Yeah.
In the aftertaste, a little bit of banana peeks out. It actually breaks up what is several harsh flavors.
I'm getting a lot of coffee and chocolate and cinnamon.
Yes.
In the aftertaste. I don't really get any banana off of this. I think the vanilla and the banana are kind of falling too close together to kind of make the banana stick out in any discernible way. I think the coffee, the bitter and the roasted malts are much more prevalent in this.
Yes.
And this is pretty boozy.
Very boozy. The little tiny piece of banana I can taste is in the aftertaste.
Yeah.
And when it peaks out, it's what I'm kind of grasping at. Because it's a lot of harsh, boozy, almost artificial flavors. And then the banana peeks out and it's like, ooh, there's something there. But it's way too little.
Yeah, I would say the initial tasting is just alcohol, burn, booziness.
Yeah. And
then it's not until the lingering aftertaste is where really this coffee excels.
Yes.
The initial taste, I think, is just hot trash. It's not anything. It's just sweet and boozy and syrupy kind of. And then the aftertaste is kind of like it settles on your palate. And then you get the roasted malts and you get the coffee and a little cinnamon and maple coming out.
Yeah. The more I taste it, the less banana I feel in the aftertaste.
Yeah, it doesn't have any. You can't compete.
It's basically completely gone now.
Yeah. There's. It's almost like they just put it on the label and said we put banana in there, but the other flavors are so dominant that you just can't. The banana can't compete with the coffee and the cinnamon for sure. This is what I don't hate. It's not a bad beer, but it's just the initial taste is so overwhelming with booziness and sweetness that it kind of feels a little unbalanced for me.
It's definitely a wasted opportunity because I usually like Amundsen's dessert pastry stout. Pastry stouts.
Yeah.
Like their ice cream stouts and their like cupcake stouts and stuff.
Their dessert in a can though is way too much for me. Those are just way too syrupy for me.
Many of them I actually quite enjoy. When their specific adjuncts.
Oh man, that chocolate mango thing was god awful.
That's one I remember as really weird.
I took like 2 sips and poured it out because it was literally cough syrup. It was
wow.
It was.
I don't remember what I gave that. Probably high. But like when they do like pistachio chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
And then the pistachio actually is there. I usually really like those.
Yeah, I mean, I think Amundsen is a brewery that does really, really great pastry stouts. I always look forward to their pastry stouts.
Yes.
And usually they're quite good. The dessert in a can for me is a little too sweet overall. But still, I'll try them. Yep. I usually enjoy them to some point. This one is not one of my favorites of theirs.
No. And also, the barrel-aged dessert in the cans have usually been better.
Oh, yeah.
Because those barrel-aged...
knocks that sweetness down.
Exactly. This isn't it.
No.
If the first taste I had was the best when I could actually taste the banana in the aftertaste. It cut through the rough artificial boozy flavors and made it kind of interesting and fun, but I can't taste it anymore. My mouth is too coated. I tried drinking water in between. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
I've lost that banana feeling.
Whoa, that banana feeling. All right, so what would you give this?
Oh, it's so difficult. 375.
Wow, you're really, really generous in your...
Oh, you're going to go way lower.
I'm going to go way lower.
3.5.
I was going to go 3.5.
Yeah.
3.25, 3.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it's good. I just know that Amundsen can do better. Or Amundsen can do better. And
Finback can do better as well.
Finback can do better. So I think that's another reason why I'm a little let down on this one. Okay, well, you can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, I don't know, other places.
These kind of flags behind airplanes, the low-flying airplanes with advertisement.
That's where we do most of our advertising and promotion is behind airplanes.
Is it the bird? Is it the plane? Yes, it's a plane with what'sontappodcast.com advertisement.
Yep. Until next time.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.